Hey everyone, before we start, I just want to talk about Yone's items and runes. And the first item that we go for is Blade of the Ruined King. RK is a really good item on this champion because it provides him with damage, attack speed, life steal, as well as a slow, allowing him to clear camps faster and chase down targets a lot quicker. Then the next item that we go for is Solari Charge Blade. This is his most crucial power spike because it provides him with crit, attack speed, ability haste, as well as on-hit damage whenever he gets a critical strike. This is crucial because Yone's passive allows him to double his crit, making this 50% instead of the normal 25%. And with the next item, Infinity Edge, Yone would be able to achieve 100% crit, and the synergy of these two items are really good because his critical strike will be stronger thanks to the Infinity Edge, and he would always be able to proc the passive of the Solari Charge Blade since his critical is already at max. Then the next item that I would go for is Steel-Plated Stasis. You could go for the Mercury Threads if they have a lot of crowd control, but Stasis is the most important enchantment for this champion because it allows you to possibly dodge enemy burst and outplay the opponents as well. Next item is a flex. You could go for the Divine Sunder or the Guardian Angel, but you'd usually go for the Sunder because this provides you with additional health, in which Yone needs a bit of durability, attack damage, ability haste, allowing him to spam his third skill a lot faster. Then the next item would be Guardian Angel. Just in case you get bursted, you would have a second life. This is crucial, especially when you're in the late game. Alternative item for Guardian Angel, once it's down, you could go for the Death's Dance. This provides you with additional tankiness and helps you get back your HP once you're able to get takedowns. There's one more item that I would want to mention, which is the Navori Quick Blades, and this could replace Infinity Edge if you would want to be more consistent in spamming your third skill. But if you'd want the raw damage and the possible burst, then Infinity Edge is the better choice. Going to the runes, the first rune that I would go for is Lethal Tempo. Since Yone's first skill relies on attack speed, this is the perfect rune for him because if you're able to proc the Lethal Tempo max stacks, you would get additional attack speed, and this would greatly reduce the cooldown of your first, allowing you to spam your skills a lot more. Then the next rune that I would go for is Hunter Vampirism. This is another great rune for Yone, providing him with additional damage as well as lifesteal. And lifesteal is important because you would want to be able to get your HP back, especially if the opponents try to burst you. Next rune that I would go for is Hunter Titan. If they have a lot of crowd control, this is the perfect rune. But if they are more assassin heavy, you could go for the Bone Plating, or you could even go for the Nullifying Orb in order to try to mitigate the burst. Then the last rune that I would go for is Pathfinder. The Monstrous Move Speed allows Yone to be able to roam faster and be able to restore missing health and mana when out of combat. So that is it for Yone's items and runes, and I will see you guys in game. Going to the game, I'm going to be showing you how to utilize playing jungle Yone. In this matchup, we're currently up against Kayn, and in a Kayn versus Yone, this is pretty much even with both junglers wanting to farm early and have strong late game scaling potential. The only difference is that with Red Kayn, it is a bit more consistent because you are able to deal damage and tank at the same time, whereas Yone relies more on bursting the opponents in one combo so that you would be able to get the upper hand in the team fights. It's up to the players on how they're able to utilize their kit more when it comes to the late game. The clear that I'm doing right now is the blue side full clear, where I go for my blue, Gromp, Wolves, Raptor, Red, and Krugs. The reason why I'm doing this is that I would want to get my level 5 as soon as possible, and since Yone's dueling potential is not that strong, I would need to avoid the Scuttle Crab, and hopefully the opposing jungler goes for the top Scott rather than the bot Scott. The reason why I'm starting on the blue buff rather than the red buff is that I would want to gank the Baron lane. Looking at the lane, it is a bit hard to gank the Ezreal Nami since they both have a lot of sustain, and Ezreal has blinks, which is pretty hard as compared to a Riven Wukong, which likes to duel each other. So I would have a higher chance ganking this lane. As soon as I just said that, Riven is a bit low, Wukong is winning on the trades, and this might open some possibilities for gank. Kayn shows up, he would also want to gank the bot lane. Luckily, Riven is able to TP back, so I just want to clear my camps. When playing Yone, you would always want to prioritize clearing your camps rather than ganking. The only time you would want to gank the lanes is if you're guaranteed a sure kill or you have ulti, so that when Yone has ultimate, his ganks become pretty strong. After clearing the red buff, I go for the Krugs. As you could see, Yone's clear is pretty slow if you don't have your first item yet. And you need to play safe because this is Yone's weakest point in the game. Luckily, we're up against Kayn, so what Kayn want to do is to try and farm up, try to get their transformation as fast as possible so that they would have an impact as well. After finishing the Krugs, I try to gank bot, and as soon as Kayn shows up, I use my third skill to go back to my original position and go for the reset. When doing a full camp clear, you're not able to get your level 5 because you would need to secure Ace Cut as well. But it's okay since Yone's clear is a bit slow. When I go for a full clear plus TP, then the second camps or the second spawn of my camps will come on time and I'm able to get my levels there as well. When playing Yone, you don't need to duel your opponents, and as soon as I get my ultimate, I try to look for a possible gank. Ezreal and Nami are both playing very safe, and I see that Echo is here, so I try to attempt to go for a gank, open up with my ultimate, get a stun onto the Nami, immediately go back with my third skill, and we get the first blood, which is really good. Lucian goes down, but overall, I think it is a win for us. Echo gets ultimate by the Zed, and they're able to both escape successfully. As you could see, this is the potential of Yone's gank, because with the third skill, not only are you able to get a dash, you're also able to tank tower shots, because if I didn't tank the tower shots there, then things would have gotten worse, because my teammates would not be able to escape as easily as I could. The only thing I did there was third skill, ultimate, tank the tower a bit, then go back, buying time for my teammates to deal as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, Riven goes down, and I try to go for the bot side as fast as possible. Hope Wukong tries to go for the plates, or I just want to go clear the wave because it's quite big and it would be a waste if I didn't do some taxing over there. Luckily, the tower is hitting the cannon, and this would give enough time for the Riven to get to the tower. Even though we're behind on kills, it's okay, because what you want to do with Yone is try to farm as fast as possible, and with the objective spawning in 10 seconds, I try to get the Scuttler. Usually, you wouldn't be able to get the Scuttler if contested, but fortunately, there's no one there, and with the positioning advantage, we try to take down the Nami. She gets a great ultimate. I try to use my ultimate, but Nami got a great bubble, and with the opponents using all of their skills, I go in with the ultimate, hit them, get a 2-man ultimate, then use all my auto attacks with max stacks lethal tempo. All in all, it is still pretty much even because their Zed is still up. 2-for-2 trade. I start the Rift Herald because their jungler is down. Try to YOLO a bit. Zed does a good amount of burst, but I would want to focus the objective as much as possible. And once we secure Herald, we have to go back because I haven't even completed my first item. Overall, even though it's a 2-for-2 or 2-for-3, it is a win for us because Herald is very, very important, especially if you're playing carry champs or hard scaling champs like Yone. When playing Yone, I would always want to prioritize the Rift Herald because that way I would be able to get plates, which translates into money, which translates into me getting my gold faster. We get quite a smooth clear, and this is another good thing about Yone, is that you're able to get some cheeky steals if you get the timing right. If you didn't see, what I did there was third skill, flash, first skill, smite, then immediately go back so that the opponents would not be able to get any counter kill. Looking at the timer, it's close to 7 minutes. What I do here is I immediately drop the Herald so that I would get the platings. Zed is able to wait for me to go back. Luckily, we're able to escape, and that's another way to use your ultimate. Your ultimate is not only used for disables, it could also be used for escapes. Zed tries to greed me a bit. We're able to dodge the shurikens, good presence of mind, and punish the enemy champion. A fight is still going on in the top side, but I have no choice but to go back since I have no more health. Riven is able to take down Kayn, and this is good for us because if this is in a balanced game state, I would be able to farm properly. And looking at my score, we haven't died yet, and we're able to get some platings on the top side. We have a lot of money, so we're able to scale comfortably into the later stages of the game. Echo is able to get mid tower, pretty low, but is able to escape, which is good. And what I'm doing right now is clearing my camps again. When playing Yone, you would like to clear your camps as much as possible before doing anything else in the map. Fortunately, nothing is happening right now, so I'm able to clear my camps properly. Looking at the lane states, there's pretty much even all around, and what I'm planning here is as soon as I clear the Krugs, I have no more camps to clear, so I might be going for the bot lane gank, trying to get the Wukong or just get some tower damage since I have nothing else to do. The next thing that I'm doing here right now is to try to get some damage and to farm my charge blade. A fight happens both sides. Echo is with a flank. I use my third skill plus ultimate. Unfortunately, I'm not able to hit the real Wukong. He's able to juke me. Echo goes in with the ultimate. Gets down. Zed with a response. Gets an ulti onto me. I try to poke the Zed a bit. I live with 1 HP. Get the honey fruit and clear the wave. The dive didn't go as well as planned because Wukong is able to dodge my abilities. In the end, what's important is that I'm able to complete my item, and this is where Yone's item power spike happens. Once you're able to complete Charge Blade, this is very good because Yone would be able to proc the Charge Blade passive pretty easily because of his double crit, wherein every crit item with Yone doubles, similar to Yasuo. So if I have 25% crit now, I would be able to have 50% crit. What I'm doing right now is trying to clear the waves with the Herald spawning soon in 5 seconds. Look for hooking the Ez, but he has a lot of survive or dashes, so I'm not able to chase down Ez as easily as the others. And looking at my teammates, there's no engage happening yet, so I would want to focus on getting some farm. And another tip here is try to stack your first skill, and as soon as Zed ultis me, I go back on my third skill, try to stack again my first, get a knock-up, look for a possible target. Wukong dodges my knock-up. We try to kite him, get the knock-up, but Wukong's damage is a bit high with the ignite. I was actually surprised that I got bursted there, but overall, we're able to win the team fight. It's a 5-4-3 in favor of us, which is really good. And the next item that I'm building is another crit item so that I would be able to achieve 100% crit. Zed goes in with the TP, takes down the Lucian. Quite a good play, gets the shutdown as well, and the objective is still up. Riven goes in with the third skill plus flash. Zed lives with 1 HP. Unlucky. Kayn comes in, takes down the Karma, but I'm able to come as well. Try to help my teammates. And see how strong my damage is once I'm able to complete my Charge Blade. Ezreal does some chasing. I play a bit greedy. I thought that Ezreal was alone, but Wukong Nami was there to support. In the end, I'm able to get a 1-for-1, which is not the worst possible outcome that could happen. Unfortunately, since I'm the jungler, what the opponent is doing right now is that they're starting the Infernal, and it's something that I would not be able to contest. What Riven is doing is trying to go for a trade, getting a Herald for the Dragon. This would be an advantage for them, but it's okay because what's important is that I'm ahead and I would be able to farm my items smoothly. Currently 9.6k gold, not the fastest gold per minute, but it should be decent. And even though I don't have much kills, I have a lot of assists, and this would help me get more gold overall. The most important tip that I could give you when playing Yone is before going into the clash, you would always want to use your first skill twice so that you would have a knock-up on the next first skill. Usually your combo would be you would use your first skill twice on the creeps or the neutral camps and then go for the third skill, then first skill for the additional knock-up, and possibly ultimate for another knock-up. If you're able to do your combo properly, then you would be able to knock up the opponents twice in a short period of time. With the Infinity Edge completed, this is where my damage will be very strong, and this would open the possibilities of me just one-shotting the opponents if they have no armor or defensive items. What I'm doing here right now is trying to go for some farm. I'm almost at level 13, and getting level 3 ulti will be another good power spike for me. Riven and me tries to take down the Wukong. I wait for Wukong's ultimate to run out. Use the ultimate for gap closing. We take down their BR lane. Our Lucian goes down, but Zed goes down as well. Overall, this is a 1-for-2 exchange in favor of us. And since two of them are down, I'm thinking about going for the Baron or going for the push. I see that my team mates are going for the push instead, so I go for the mid lane. Since Riven has Herald from earlier, look at the burst that I'm doing. I don't even have my ultimate yet, but I'm able to bring Nami below half health. We get another Rift Herald hit, and this is really good because their inhibitor tower is at half HP, which means that it's gonna be easy to siege once we are able to position properly. Kayn tries to go for a gank on the top side. I go for the response. I have my third skill, and as soon as Zed ultis me again, you'd always want to go back, so we always outplay the Zed. Wukong tries to go for the ultimate. I'm forced to flash away. What I'm doing here right now is waiting for my third skill to come back, but as soon as the disengage happens, I go back and farm my camps. The next item that I would want to complete here is the Stasis, and this is very important because not only will it allow me to dodge Zed combos, it also allows me to buy time for my team just in case I'm placed in a bad situation. After this, I look to go for either the Guardian Angel or the Sunder. In the end, I go for the Divine Sunder because this would not only give me durability, it would also give me additional damage. Currently, my gold is 13k, which is quite good. I'm able to get my red buff, which allows me to deal additional damage. My teammates are waiting in the bush, but they have a ward near the Baron, so we're not able to trap anyone. I try to go for the Zed, and as soon as he ultis me again, I go back, dodge a lot of his burst. Kayn goes in to try to get the support. I miss my ultimate, and as soon as Wukong goes for the ultimate, I use my stasis. We dodge not only Kayn's ultimate, but Nami's stun as well. Third skill to dodge the opponents and to buy time, and a pretty clean fight. Not only are we able to buy time, we're able to win the fight as well. This opens up the mid lane, and this might be the GG push with only one member left, and 5 members are still up. Zed is the only one left. He tries to go for the tower defense, but as soon as he ultis me again for the 5th time, I just go back on my third skill, and we end the game right there. This goes to show how slippery Jungle Yone could be. Even though he's inherently squishy, we're able to do a lot. 89% on Challenger. We get MVP. Even though we didn't get the best score, look at the damage dealt and damage taken. 5, 2, and 10. Not only are we able to buy time, we're also able to get the win for our team. So that is it for Jungle Yone. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.
I'm finally facing it all, fearless.